Hopefully next week we'll have some better weather, because I'm on a terrible streak at the moment. This close to not bothering coming out today. We've got strong wind, we've got rain, we've got a lot of cloud cover. The weather's all over the place, but I have dragged myself out and I've come to a location which I think offers me quite a lot of protection from the elements. As you can tell, it doesn't actually look too rainy or windy here at all, and that is because I'm in a plantation in the heart of the Isle of Man called Erie Beg, and this is a location I've never visited before. And the reason that I've come here is there's a ruin somewhere in this forest that I think has a lot of potential. I've only ever seen a few images of it taken before, but I'm quite intrigued to visit it myself and see what I can do with the location. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of an adventure just trying to find it, because yeah, this plantation looks pretty big and pretty easy to get lost in. Even though I've been given directions to the location of this ruin, I still feel pretty lost. It's very easy to lose track of your bearings and directions in these kind of boring, generic plantations where you kind of you're starved of any landmarks to sort of orientate yourself by. So yeah, I could be going totally the wrong direction at the moment. I have to say, this forest is quite spooky as well. There's definitely no one else here at the moment, and yeah, I suspect I'm not going to see another person all day here, and yeah, there's just something creepy about it. I've reached the edge of the forest, so I've definitely missed it. I am definitely lost, and it's absolutely hammering it down with rain. Back into the forest, I think. I am hopelessly lost. I've been wandering around now for about 45 minutes and I just can't find these ruins. It's so frustrating, and the rain's really starting to come down now. The mist has kind of descended. It's going to make navigation really difficult. Oh look, some bones from the last vlogger that tried to find these ruins. I'm about this close to giving up. I found it. Thank you. I was so hopelessly lost. I was completely in the wrong area of the forest. I'm usually pretty good at directions, but I got it totally wrong today. I actually had to phone the guy that gave me the directions, Peter Keeley, and he directed me here. So thank you very much, Peter. Finally made it. But I'm absolutely shattered now. I've walked seemingly every inch of this plantation apart from here. So I'm going to have a bit of a rest, and then I'm going to have to give some thought in how I'm going to try and capture this beautiful building behind me. The light is a bit pants at the moment, but it is actually forecast to change in the next hour, so we may actually get some nice light streaming through the trees potentially, and I think it's probably going to hit the front of the building here, if all goes to plan. And I think the front of the building is the most photogenic bit, particularly this half of the building. I absolutely love the ferns around the windows there. I think they're really, really eye-catching. So I'm going to wait round, see how the light unfolds, and I'll plan my composition from there. So I found my composition, and it's not really entirely what I expected. I think there's a tendency here to just stand back from the building and take a picture of the entire building within its forest surroundings, and that's all well and good, but to me it felt a little bit too easy and it didn't excite me. So I've looked for something different, and I think I've found it right here. So I've set up my camera next to me, and I'm interested in this half of the building, the right side of the building, because this is the part where the brickwork is covered in ferns and moss, and I think it makes it really eye-catching. The other half of the building doesn't have anything like that. So by getting my camera down low here, I can get in close to the ferns and the moss that are in this area, and my composition focuses on the two windows of the house here. The bottom window you can see through, and you can actually see the fireplace of the house. The top window you can see through, you can see forest behind it. I think it makes it really quite interesting as a foreground subject. But I feel with an image like this, it's the location within the forest that makes this special. So you need to convey the forest location. So the right of my composition is being dedicated to the forest surroundings. And I think that's really important, because it's how nature's reclaimed this building and how it looks in its surroundings that's very important to convey in any photograph here. So this is going to be quite a tricky image to pull off. First of all, we're going to encounter a lot of geometric distortions in this, because we're so close into the building, we're so low to the ground, and we're shooting across it. The lines in the building and in the actual trees themselves are going to be out, but you know what, I'm willing to live with it. It doesn't concern me too much. I don't think it's going to be possible to correct in post-processing, but I think the image is strong enough to warrant overlooking that concern. Second thing is that it's quite windy today, so the ferns that are draped down from the brickwork are going to be moving around quite a lot, so we're going to need to make sure that we've got a fast enough shutter speed to freeze frame them. We don't want blurry ferns, it's just going to look like a total mess. Also, there's going to need to be some focus stacking here. There's no way I'm going to be able to get the forest and the ferns right in the foreground sharp, but also the trees in the background. So it's probably going to take a 2 or 3 image focus stack. Now, the light levels are constantly changing. We're not getting direct light at the moment, but we're getting subtle soft light occasionally. So I'm just going to have to time the shot well with those bursts of light as they're coming in. And for that reason, I don't really know what the final settings for the shots are going to be. So I will actually pop them down below for you to enjoy now. If I'm entirely honest, I'm not particularly happy with how this picture turned out. It's just a bit too busy for me, but I think it's important to share it with you nonetheless. Heading home now, and I'm not lost. Get in. As always, thanks very much for watching. Pop your comments below on the image and the general location. Let me know your thoughts. Always love to read them. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Hopefully next week we'll have some better weather, because I'm on a terrible streak at the moment. Ow, that really hurt. I landed squarely in the mud. What a wonderful end to the vlog. Thankfully, I'm okay, and miraculously my vlogging camera somehow survived that. I've got no idea how. A minor miracle. I'll see you all next week. Goodbye.